Olá pessoal, estou aqui para gravar uma playthrough de um jogo que me intrigou pela sua mecânica diferente de todos os outros jogos, em que neste jogo tu usas o piscar dos olhos para jogar e decidi experimentar porque de tudo o que vi sobre o jogo e as reviews acho que é muito bom porque né, só pelas reviews que acho que é 93 ou por aí positivas, por isso acredito que seja um jogo bom. É um joguinho curto para, né, fazer uma pausa de tudo que anda à volta e por uma horinha, duas no máximo, né, ver o que eu espero que seja uma masterpiece de jogo. Por isso espero que gostem desse lado e eu também espero gostar deste jogo. Vamos a isto. E claro, vocês não vão ver a minha cara. Queriam. Ok, estive a calibrar, espero que agora corra bem. This game is about blinking. See, every time you blink, the game will notice. Ok, isto está a acontecer porque eu estou a piscar os olhos. Try blinking on the white symbol. Ok. E se eu tirar os óculos? Está que isso funciona melhor? Não? Sem os óculos isto não funciona. Ok. When you see a metronome and blink, é suposto eu piscar os olhos? You'll jump forward. Keep blinking. O jogo está alto como o cacete. Às vezes isto não nota. Claro. Ok.
Get away, you lucky fowls. That's mine.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here.
Eu sou o quê?
You remember blinking,
barril?
don't you? Ooh, well, look at that. You're a blinking genius.
Eu tenho olhos, ok, tenho olhos.
Yeah, I knew you were special.
Barril com
See all
olhos.
them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? Better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life from prow to stern. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well...
Eu fico uma gaivota.
Because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory clock watchers. I got some words for you.
Ok. Eu acho que também tem que ser um pouco como ele, andar com um dicionário ao lado, porque eu esqueço-me de palavras muito facilmente.
Sorry you had to hear that. So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, alright? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it.
Ok. Já fui.
And just try to enjoy it this time.
Oh.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that?
Ah,
You
não.
must really like it out here, huh?
Ah, não.
Well, I get that. I like it too.
Acho que posso pescar os olhos. Cheira-me que ela é a minha mãe. Acho que os ténis são os meus, né? Demasiado pequenos.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
Umas conchas. Quem nunca colecionou conchas quando era puto?
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave.
Agave.
11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree covered in flowers. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
The day really slipped away, didn't it?
É, a vida é assim.
Oh well,
Quando
days
as
have a
coisas
tendency
boas
to do that, I
acontecem,
guess.
passam num piscar de olhos.
Where's the first page of my piece? I can't find it anywhere.
Não! Eu pesquei sem querer!
Hey, go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little hand.
Olha o meu pai.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea.
Eu acho que depois de
Really be something.
fazer 10 anos já não queria continuar a fazer isso.
Man, the zoom on this thing is fantastic.
Caralho, mano, eu tenho que pescar, foda-se.
Oh, you want to play along with mommy, don't you?
Não, eu nem pesquei. What the...
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like about
É, se fodeu.
it? I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah. I worried that might have something to do with it. Look at his little face. What do you
Olha o
think he's
nosso barco.
thinking about?
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the universe.
Era demasiado bom.
So,
O barco segue.
do you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not.
Ele pode ser uma criança especial.
We're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be. Necessarily.
You're right.
Eu não sou
No.
pai, mas isso é uma coisa que normalmente os pais se preocupam. É uma coisa que eu me vou preocupar no futuro.
It doesn't really matter, I guess. Whether he's smart or not. As long as he's happy.
Oh, yeah, I mean, of course. But I still think he's going to be smart. I can just tell.
Que bom. I guess.
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectations.
É, o que nós pensamos e o que desenhamos é isso. O meu EV também era muito bom, não te preocupes.
Thank you for considering my piece, John.
Eu em EV
It really means
desenhava muito, pá. Um ursinho.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
Hey, we do not throw things in this house. If you're mad that you aren't good enough yet, you'll just have to keep working at it.
Mas eu
You know,
não
one day you'll be able to
busquei.
paint exactly what you have in your head. You'll be a real
Só virei um pouco a
artist,
cara para querer comer, né? Mas.
unlike your poor mom.
Ei, não digas isso. Nós todos temos os nossos momentos, nem sempre somos bons. Nem sempre conseguimos ser génios.
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much.
Bonitão, mano. Olha
Hated it
aquele
at first.
cachimbo, mano.
I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong, silent type. Can you believe I grew up in the snow? And I came all the way out here to the beach. I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like a human suitcase.
Né? É, a vida é assim, né?
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him to get attached. Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take him. But, while he's here, I say we call him Ernie. Little Ernie. Fits him, doesn't it?
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so sweet. I think someone likes his new cat.
Richard,
What?
his cat?
Yeah, I just mean, for now. Of course we're not going to keep him.
Right. I believe that. I know where this is going.
For now, honey. But another thing I'll just say quickly. You build up a resistance to allergies over time. So what you're allergic to now, like that's why an allergy shot to give you what you're allergic to. So he's like a human allergy shot full of love with one eye. Just considering.
I just know a month from now he's going to be sleeping on my pillow and I'm not going to be breathing.
No, he'll be
Ah,
proven to
fuck.
have developed a tolerance.
You just said that, Mike.
Okay. All right. He can sleep on my pillow. Fair?
Fun fact, antes de eu piscar os olhos, as pessoas normalmente não são alérgicas ao pelo do gato, são alérgicas à saliva do gato, que é o que ele se lava normalmente com a saliva. Por isso é que são alérgicas ao gato, porque está. E eu não pisquei os olhos, mas o jogo disse que sim. Por isso é que as pessoas,
Now play
né,
the C major chord I
alérgicas,
taught you.
que está em
Remember?
todo o gato, que é como ele se lava.
There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. But that one
Tenho
sounds
que aproveitar
sad, doesn't
agora.
it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels. Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
Shit. Acabou. Oh.
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up.
Sei como é, sei como é.
I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which
Ok.
I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one? Well, just remember to put on sunscreen. Man, I gave you some unfortunate genes, didn't I? Luckily, Mom gave you some good ones, so, yeah, let's hope they balance each other out.
Olha lá. Já quer ser um menino grande?
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
É, eu só estou a
He's
clicar.
playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
É, eu acho que estás a imaginar, mãe.
Sure.
Calma aí os.
You know, anyone who might...
Ah!
Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
Don't
Oh.
worry, I already did.
Oh, thank God. For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Just focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
Ok. Acho que não havia mais nada para eu ver.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders. sitting
Oh,
ready
já
on
está
my kitchen
grandinho.
table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What
Olá!
could possibly happen to the
Já
files
comecei já a sei desenhar.
We are fine.
Ah, não. Ah, não.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but
Gota, não pesquei.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit.
Ok.
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on. I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that? I wonder if he'll even recognize me.
Ah, fuck me. Posso pescar os olhos? Eu acho que sim.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Ah,
Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E.
You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
eu acho que não fui feito para a música, mãe.
there you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out...
Eu não pesquei os olhos.
Ernie, buddy,
Ernie!
Ernie.
Ernie, we need you!
God, Elle, what if you...
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that?
I thought I was.
Uh-huh.
É.
And that was based on...
Pee-hole distance.
Say that one more time, sweetie.
Pee-hole distance from the butt. If it's further away or something, then it's one or the other.
And what was Ernie's?
I couldn't really tell.
Well, what are we talking about then? I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. I didn't think about it.
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
And what's wrong with that?
Acho
No,
que
are
eu
you
sou
kidding? I
um
love
menino
it.
especial. Ah, não.
Are you able to pick up the new book?
Yes, the Gallia is of particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Yeah, got those two.
Extremely expensive, right?
No, can't put a price on learning.
I mean, they did. And it's stupidly big.
Dinossauro. Mini dinossauros. Espetáculo, mano. Uma pista de corrida com dinossauros. Ah, ok.
I know, it seems impossible that
Eu
you
não
could
pisquei
ever
os
play
olhos, mas
something so
ok.
complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
Olha, Halloween.
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
É, sim. Ela, em certo ponto, tem razão, mas...
Okay. 2 brackets on each side. 2 screws on each bracket. 2 washers on each screw. So that means we need 8 washers. We have 9. Where the hell are the washers?
The quiz said find the 0, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Ei,
Well, what's wrong with that?
encontrei o
I mean,
zero.
everything is wrong with that.
Ok. Ah, tá pintado.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play
Oh.
with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
Ah, eu sei como isso era. Mesmo quando não brincavas mais, ainda querias ficar com eles na mesma. É.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, it's my house. You have 5 minutes to get down, and I'll drive it back and you up there.
You're not my house. You're not. Fall back, you fool! I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
Chloe, come play inside. It's late.
Maybe if you actually got me a playscape, I'd want to play inside.
That's not fair, Chloe.
You're not fair. You're not. Hey, you.
Ah.
Yeah, you. Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy, I'm talking to you.
Eu nunca tive uma mulher a falar. Não, estou a gozar. É, não
Why are
podia
you
andar mais
always out
devagar.
here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Né, não tirei. Eu
Oh,
quis,
shoot.
mas o jogo
I
disse
think I gotta
não me
go.
deixou.
But, try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty.
Se o jogo deixar.
Quiet, everyone.
Ah.
He's about to play for us.
Wow, L, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party short.
Okay, more wine?
I'll have a little more wine, please.
Nah, what a show.
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up in
Hey, you.
units. Each unit will study
Look on your desk.
civilization.
I wrote you something.
Learning everything we need to know about that civilization. This is a quote. I want each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
Ok, então.
Don't even look at me.
Now I will go on to
E se eu ficar a olhar, o que é que fazes?
Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes.
So those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If we do not keep an accurate
You
account of
broke
the
my new
past,
talking
we are
rule,
destined
but
to
I
embarrass
asked you
ourselves and
to,
also
so
away.
I guess I'll have to let you live.
And now on to what you
Nagatoro, és tu?
for grades. Assessments, 60%. Those are tests and quizzes. Class work, 20%. That's work we do while at class.
Caralho, participação 20% Phonics.
I will give you a moment to write this all down.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself.
Ah,
The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
old.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail.
É, eu sou
Okay,
loser.
shut up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use Tickle Stick. Whoa, that's a pretty good drawing. You should draw pictures of more different stuff. Not me, though. I'll
Oh,
actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard. Benny, why did you draw me? You're not good enough. I look so ugly. Ugh.
eu não acho.
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burt. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. It's just, you've had so much trouble making friends at Playco. I want you at a place where people really get you. You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really, really good at something.
Eu acho que a minha amiga gosta de mim.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Não.
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of. So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Oh, Berkeley. But I was in the composition department.
Ah, and who did you study under?
John MacDonald?
I understand he's very difficult.
Yes. Taciturn is the word I used.
Taciturn. Yes. People have described me that way, if you can believe it.
Oh, I would never say that about you.
Thank you. I wouldn't either.
Meus olhos estão a começar a
You seem very
tremer.
warm. Very caring.
Ah. Preciso pescar os olhos aqui agora. Puta que pariu.
As you can see, there's some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
Mãe,
What was that? Was that the piece? What is going on with you these days?
mãe,
I barely know whose kid you're supposed to be.
mãe, mãe.
Oh my God, Benny! What are you thinking? You could have killed us.
Ok, tens razão, isto foi um pouco mal da minha parte, mas mãe, já viveste a tua vida. Deixa-me viver a minha vida. Não vives a tua vida a partir de mim.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Não, eu... Eu não quero fazer mais. Eu queria...
Oh my God. Is she really calling you again?
Sim,
What is she obsessed
deixa,
with
mãe.
you?
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Let's talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Man,
Maybe
did I just
am
cause a
little
fight
checked out,
with your
but
parents?
I actually think the
I'm
fact
sorry,
that I'm
dude,
checked out means
but
I'm
you
able
should
to
also
help
cherish
the ocean
these
here a little
moments.
bit.
My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I actually miss it a lot. Anyway,
Tens
so
saudades
basically
dos
across
teus
the board,
pais andarem discutir uns com os outros? Ok. O jogo disse que eu pesquei os outros.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is
Hey,
Amamet.
Mr. Kid. That's
And yes, that's a she.
look at it.
The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus, though I would not say that to her face. Now, as you can see, she is ready to devour any of the deceased who do not pass judgment. Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes. So I
Ew,
am not
why
quite
is he
sure
so
why I
scary
don't hear more
looking?
frantic
Okay,
scribbling
I'll
right
call
now.
you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Ok.
slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, well listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard, Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean, no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Huh. No, I suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please.
Ah!
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Alguém anda a viver a vida dela na minha.
Mom says turn the lights off.
Mom says you say.
Benny.
Oh, caralho.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I mistook you for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T minus now, okay? Chloe, out.
Ooh.
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that
Sério?
if it was a really good game,
Pokémon,
maybe we
né? Acho que
wouldn't
toda a
have
gente tinha
enjoyed
percebido
playing it
isso.
as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not
Tá.
the feelings we had
Ainda não
while we
entendi
were
o que é que
playing
estamos
it.
a.
Like, my favorite vegetable is the tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most.
Probably didn't sleep at all.
Ah,
Out
já
cold
estava
all
a
night.
começar a ser demasiado.
You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. I'm going to be there soon.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Ah, já estou. Os olhos todos cheios de água, mano. Foda-se. Não quero. Chupa-nos.
Oh, okay. I think that's enough. So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay? All right. I really want to thank you and your mother for coming all the way out here. I know it was quite the drive.
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father. I don't know. You have to find something to focus on.
E
The
tinha
world
de
isn't
desenhar
very kind to
porra.
people who aren't really good
E
at
tenho.
something. about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just...
Eu não pesquei! Eu não
The
pesquei!
crucial time in this development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, having him home for a while means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer? I really...
Eu preciso descansar os olhos por um pouco, porra.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Hey, B! Dinner's ready!
Ela.
B! You hear me?
Mano, eu preciso mesmo descansar os olhos.
No. You mean young Vincent? Well, ever since he got sick, all he does is make art. What about his piano?
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
Eu não consigo, mano. Ah, tu...
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art. So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you punk!
Eu não pesquei os olhos. Eu não pesquei. Ok.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are.
It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
There you go, Mr. Bryn. Feel each shape.
Acho que alguém está-se a vir um pouco. Eu não tenho.
Oh, you fiend!
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece. I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Bryn. For I fear, with talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a world.
I'm
Ui,
stunned.
ai
The ironic
não.
sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
Benjamin
He's written
Breen,
this source
aqui
so
no
thoroughly,
Louvre. Não,
I'm
não
actually
deve estar no
dizzy.
Louvre, mas pronto.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
Não. I'm going to be freelancer.
Look at that. You've crumpled my contract. Whatever you want, kid. Sure, you got talent. But what's talent?
Ah, se foder.
That's it. Get out of my office. You know I'd call security if I thought you were actually a threat. But what are you going to do? Paint me to death?
Há pessoas na vida que são umas
To being
putas
a
mesmo. Né?
difficult artist, the best of us are.
Espetáculo, um
This
copinho
is
de
divine.
tinto.
So, now that you've grown your wings, tell me, young master, where will you fly? May I suggest somewhere abroad? This American air can be stifling.
Grécia. Ha!
No, I
Espetáculo.
cheat. If we both only get appetizers, I can afford to go Dutch. Otherwise, I thank you for the dinner.
Porra, né? Eu sei como é ser português, entendo. Eu disse que íamos para a Grécia.
Stop. Is that Benjamin Bryn? Oh my god. I think it is. Of all places.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now. You didn't sell out, and you still got rich. Oh, but listen to me, Benjamin. Now is the single most important moment in your entire career. Collectors, curators, how we all love a rising star, and how bored we become once it's settled. Keep rising, Benjamin.
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm going to be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now. All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving. You can just tell you're almost there. So, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and you're just gonna get back to work, okay?
Minha mãe vai morrer, não vai?
Goodbye, Benny.
Conversa de quem vai morrer.
But that's enough from me. Now,
Yep.
you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny? You ready to come up here? Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Não sei. Porque é que eu não estou a falar?
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Brin? And what am I supposed to say? That I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous.
Ei, amigão. Morte é um caso delicado. 6 meses para alguns pode ser muito.
You are
Para
a
outros
snake. You're a fraud. But worst of all,
pode ser
Benjamin,
pouco.
you're a little tease. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is a genius. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is silent because Benjamin Brain is hard at work creating his greatest work yet. But you are doing nothing! The world has forgotten you, Benjamin! They have moved on! And I have moved on too.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand.
É. Às vezes precisamos de
Take whatever
ambientes
you want.
novos.
With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm...
Foda-se, não quis pescar. Time to move on. Ou então não.
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
É um pouco difícil aguentar os olhos abertos quando queres chorar. Da que pariu, meu. By musical composition of his late mother.
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor.
Ela,
Oh my
olha
god, I
quem é
can't
ela.
believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable.
I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that.
But of course.
I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. Remember when you still drew my portrait even when I begged you not to? God, you were such a little jerk back then. I kept that drawing, you know? Oh my...
No!
And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something?
Yes.
I'd really love
Desde
to
pequeno
catch
que eu
up.
estou à
I
espera que tu
can't believe
digas,
everything
perguntes
that's
isso, né?
happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. Woo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. With all the nobody nothings dying every day, you finally sink your hook into a... Whoa! Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
Acho que lonely, né? Só tinha. Mesmo tendo uma amiga, acho que só.
His childhood was a lonely one, growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant? His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. Now, how would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your champion or more like a taskmaster? Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could. And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love?
Acho que nem preciso de muita decisão.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick. and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten. Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an
As gaivotas
exclusive
estão por
art
ficar
school where he caught the eye of an
irritadas.
esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scum dogs! You lucky fowls!
Ok.
All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Ok.
I'd assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're liar birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings. Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one. Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
A minha vida estava demasiado boa para ser verdade, não é mesmo?
You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for. Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
Agora vem a parte má. Como a vida realmente é. Na merda. Nós procuramos as coisas boas na merda.
Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was.
I get all this. We need to move.
Okay.
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call? Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
I'm trying, believe me, man. But it's difficult as fuck. Olha lá, tá quase, meu. Ah.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Ela morreu.
I see. She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
One knee and a two.
Alguém tá puto comigo.
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to... Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
É sangue aquilo? Ah.
Let's try this again.
Ah. É da outra vez eu não tinha conseguido, né? Meus olhos pescaram. Foda-se, não estou conseguindo.
Keep your eyes open.
What the fuck?
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking.
We can focus in, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
I mean, what's the point? What's the point?
Ah, tem que ter os olhos fechados.
What do you mean?
Ok.
What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. But it's okay.
I see.
Huh.
You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who...
Eu não pesquei os olhos. É, mas eu sinto que eu não fiquei melhor. The Great Life of Benjamin Brown. His childhood was a lonely one. Growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. His mother was a composer who foda-se, são filhos da puta, né?
This is wild. You really got into this, didn't you?
Eu não consegui ver tudo, né?
Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense.
Os meus olhos estão...
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable. You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading aloud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm...
Eu não pesquei os olhos desta vez.
Go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, you know, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. I mean, I'm certainly bummed you feel that way. But what...
Ok, tá bem, o jogo disse que eu pesquei novamente os olhos. Benjamin was a loser. He was the worst queen to ever live. They even tried to fight the disease. inside him. He just laid down and died.
Benny! Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
What's going on?
I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now!
No!
So, if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button, and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you.
Acho.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well,
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What? You're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking just so you don't have to go to school with me is actually ridiculous. I don't know if you're embarrassed about our night at the beach together, so you're avoiding me or what, but I just wanted to call to say I really don't appreciate.
Ah, não consegui aguentar mais tempo agora.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time.
Ganda bigode, amigão.
Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, is that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
Ah, não consigo, mano. É difícil aguentar os olhos abertos quando... Ah, foda-se. beber o suminho, carregar no botão. Ah. Quem voltou?
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
Getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she more than deserves.
Ah, mano, eu não estou conseguindo aguentar.
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey...
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
É? Eu sei. Eu sei.
You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Dear weird neighbor kid, you are my first love. Huh. Foda-se a quantidade de comprimidos.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Ah, not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Já nada faz nada. É só uma questão de tempo. Ha! Cara, a sensibilidade do mouse ficou lá em baixo.
I can't breathe.
I know. It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe.
like there's this clamp on my
Eu não quis fechar os olhos, mas é um pouco
You know, for a
difícil.
while now, I've wondered if I'm just
Não fechar
not
os
a
olhos
good
com
enough storyteller.
as lágrimas querem
If I
sair.
just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated.
Ah, filho da puta, este jogo.
I know just what to tell her.
You do?
Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready.
Ah,
Don't
filho
worry.
da puta.
We got this. I think.
É bonito o sítio. Ah, um gato. Faz sentido.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His
mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So,
when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought
he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had.
How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them
exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he was going to go, he was
okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
Ah, filho da puta. Que bom.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on.
Why is he smiling like that?
You know what to
He
do.
must be somewhere that he likes.
Before your eyes. Da que me pariu. Ah, a vida é assim, né? Cheia de partidas. E quando menos esperas, Estás a um pé do caixão.
I wanna be somebody. Me 2.0 for you. And when you meet somebody, you're gonna feel the same way I do. I'm gonna say I love you before you say I'm gone. And when that chance comes through, I'm gonna prove you wrong. In a market, in a desert, you'll remember why you came here. There's a couple pictures of you laughing, gripped tight to raffle tickets. I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not. You wanna make some money, give a kid to dad. When he has somebody, you're gonna feel the same. And without him, you'll be thinking he'll have pictures in his wallet. There's a couple pictures of you laughing, ripped tight to raffle tickets. I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not.
Caralho, tiveram muita gente a ajudar no Kickstarter. E merecem, porque foi uma puta história boa como o cara. E como eu fiz a piada no princípio, a vida passa mesmo no piscar de olhos. E por mais que às vezes seja uma merda, eu sei que vai sempre haver momentos bons. E esses momentos bons que temos que agarrar ao máximo e nunca esquecer. E viver a vida por eles. Espero que tenham gostado, como eu gostei deste jogo. E vejo-vos numa próxima. Agora vou chorar o resto que ainda não chorei.